Welcome to Wednesdays West, where we answer all of your Ask MWR questions. Moving on from the big one at Talladega, we're packing up for a quick turnaround onto Kansas Speedway, where it's 3 weeks in a row at mile-and-a-half tracks. Dave Mitchell wrote us in asking a question about what exactly we're doing after pit stops when we're checking the tires and what's burning coming off them. See, what we do is we take a flat, almost spatula tool, as well as a blowtorch, heat up along this run, and what we're actually doing is we're clearing the space and making it flat to check the tread depth on these tires. Now what we're looking for is if the tire is wearing out on the outside more than the inside, or vice versa. Now we have pre-race numbers on all these measurements, and then we compare them to those. This lets us know if the car's handling loose or tight and how long we can push these tires on a run. Our next question this week was, why do you only see pack drafting at super speedways and not mile-and-a-half tracks? The reason this is because super speedways are the only restrictor plate tracks that we race at. Also, the high speeds that they carry and the aerodynamic packages of these cars allow them to draft and carry higher speeds than if they were by themselves. For a few weeks now, Donald Lade has been writing in asking about selection of pit stalls and the strategy behind it. Well, each given racetrack has a pit road that's laid out differently, and however you qualify gives you the order in which you pick your pit stall. Typically, you want an opening in or an opening out, both if possible. Generally, if you qualify first and sit on the pole, you pick pit stall 1, because after your pit stop, when you're leaving, there's nobody in front of you and you're right back out on the racetrack. Tom Bone had a question concerning paint schemes on cars. He wanted to know if the drivers ever have any say in the paint schemes that are run. Tom, to answer your question, we're going to go to Rick Wainwright, our Director of Partner Services, whose paint schemes are his area of expertise.
The drivers do have a little bit of a say in the paint schemes that they run. There are times when we'll run special paint schemes for the sponsor around a particular product, a rollout of a product, and that's more sponsor driven. And the main primary paint scheme, when we go down and through the process of getting that approved, the sponsor pushes quite a bit on how they'd like it to look. The team as a whole has a certain way, but the driver does get a little bit of input in there. But in the end, it is the sponsor that decides what our paint scheme will finally end up looking like.
After a great weekend at Talladega for both MWR and Toyota, Toyota sweeping both races and MWR having 2 cars finish in the top 5. We hope that our luck continues as we move on to Kansas Speedway. So keep your questions coming, and remember to use the hashtag AskMWR.